Hello everyone. This is Tuesday, May the 3rd, 2022 at 12:30 p.m. noon hour, 11 degrees Celsius on a beautiful sunny day, a little bit of a breeze, but not enough to hurt anything, I don't think. So we're going to attempt to do a video around this area and then probably go downtown, and then I got to wind up over by Spring Garden Road because I have an appointment over there later today, so we'll end up over that way somewhere. Well, here we go. The Halifax Common is right over there, and where I started this video, I don't know if you can see it from here now. Right there, there's a little tiny billboard right there, and that's called Halifax Gate. And you can put your posters up there, like you got a band playing somewhere, or there's an event. You can just go there and stick your posters on that sign. Right there, you can see it from here. Okay, and the Halifax Common is over there, and we're right at the edge of it. We're the first houses east of the Halifax Common, right in this area right here. So we're going to walk down here, and then we're going to go east towards downtown. Looks like the garbage truck just came by. I would say by the empty cans laying around. Well, Tuesday it is. We got 3 more days, and the weekend will be here again. Time goes so fast. I love it out now. Now I don't have to wear gloves to carry my gimbal, my phone, all that stuff. I can go in my bare hands now. It's warm, sun shining, beautiful out. Well, what direction we want to go in? We could go down Argyle Street, I guess, if we like, and eventually we'll make our way over to where we want to go, but it's all right, come this way. I could go down a bit of Gottingen, I suppose. Good. Not very far down to Gottingen. We could do that. Dee's Ice Cream. We went there one day last summer. Wife and I was over here walking around past that place and tried it out. Ice cream, coffee, and burritos. I didn't try the burritos, but yesterday, I was out doing videos. I walked 11 kilometers. That was pretty good. 11 kilometers. In most days, it's between 8 and 10 or 11. 8 is an average day for me, 8 kilometers. I don't hit 11 too many days, but some days I do. I've been over that. I've been up to 15 kilometers before making videos, but that's not every day. Laundromat right there. It must be, I think it's a new one. I've never seen it before. They call it lawn. Now maybe it's been there. It looks really nice, so. And it is on the corner of Creighton and Cornwallis, just up a little bit, just about a half a block from Creighton. The Terror Shop. Well, we're almost down to Cottage, and we might as well walk on that for a little while. Whenever you walk down Cornwallis Street, you can always get a good view of the harbor. I know what I want to look at. Something I passed the other day down here. And I'm going to show it to you today. I wasn't doing a video when I walked past it the other day. It's called the Round Church. It's a historic site, but it's still in use. And I'm going to show you guys the Round Church today. I think I can jaywalk this little street right here. Should be able to. I'm going to show you the Round Church today. I passed that the other day, and I thought, next time I make a video, and I'm in this area, I'm going to show you guys the Round Church. It's right straight down Cornwallis, and I believe I'm going to show you another building. I think that was the original church before they built the Round Church. And it dates back, I think, 1749 or something like that. We're going to check on the little one first, and then we'll go down to the Round Church. The little one would be, I think it's this building right here. So we're on Brunswick Street now. Not going to be going too far on Brunswick Street, but I did want to show you these historic buildings here and the connection between this one and the Round Church. I think this is the building right here, but we'll see. I could be wrong. Yeah, the Round Church is right over there. So these are all connected. These are, they belong to the same thing, which is the Anglican Church. Now, let's see. I'm pretty sure it's that building right there, but I don't want to give you the wrong information, so we're going to make sure. I think so. But that's as good as I can say. No, we're not on Brunswick Street. Brunswick Street is down there, one more street down. And that other church, the historic one, I think is down there. I made a mistake. This isn't Brunswick Street here. One more street down. Okay, it looks something like that one, but don't think that's it. Anyway, we'll stop by the Round Church first, and I'll show you everything I know about that one. I know it was blasted in the explosion. It was here in the Halifax Harbor explosion. And sustained a lot of damage, but it was rebuilt again, back up, and it's a beautiful structure today. So we're going to go down here and take a peek at it. And there's some signs there. We might be able to get a little more information from the signs that are out in front of the round church. Now, it doesn't look totally round now because it's been built up around the round part. But if you go into the church, I have never been in it, but one day I may just to see what it's like in there, because it's round in there when you go inside. See, you can tell it's a round church. It's just the other part's been built on. Now let's see what we can find out about this. This sign is just about the services and stuff like that. Okay, so Sunday services. They have communion at 8, morning prayer at 10, 10:30 they have choral, communion at 5 o'clock, evening prayer. So there's stuff going on all day on Sunday here, like most churches. And we're going to take a look at some of these things here. Okay? The Little Dutch Church, that is what it started up from right there. That was the inside. They had a heater stove right in the center of the aisle. A lot of churches were like that. And there's the priest up there at the front of the church. Interior of Little Dutch Church early in the 20th century. And that's it over there. See, we were at the wrong building because I wasn't on Brunswick Street. I was on one street up. We'll stop by there and have a look at that, though. That says it appeared in 1868. That's the Little Dutch Church. Now, let's see. In June 1749, which is a significant date in Halifax, because a lot of churches were founded in 1749. A lot of historic buildings began in 1749. So, the founding of the Halifax Edward Cornwallis brought 2,000 settlers to Nova Scotia to establish a military base to be called Halifax as part of Britain's struggles with France for supremacy in North America. So Halifax all got built because of those 2,000 settlers that were brought here, and that would have been the area. Remember I showed you Smithville down towards the south end of Halifax, Smithville? Well, that's where the 2,000 settlers settled, and that's why all those houses are similar down there. And so anyways, so in 1750, Protestants, more than 300 foreign Protestants arrived on a ship, and many of them died of typhus, ship fever following the voyage, and were buried in a mass grave on a piece of land outside the palisade given to the newcomers. Between 1750 and 1753, 3,000 Germans, Swiss, and French immigrants arrived in Halifax. So the city grew fast back then. They started with 2,000, and then 3,000 more arrived all at once. And they were placed in the north suburbs, near the burying ground, and a community grew up on Argyle Street, known as the North End, because of that. So anyways, when this church first started, it was in 1756, moving the Little Dutch Church to satisfy the longing for a church in which they could practice their Lutheran faith. The Germans moved a cottage to the burying ground and placed it over the graves of settlers who died in 1750, and so on. And let's see, what else can we find here? So anyway, we know how this city began, and this is one of the oldest places here. It has, 1790s. The congregation expanded and prospered. Many non-Germans attended, and English was increasingly used. A larger church was needed. Just 40 years after the foreign Protestants arrived in Halifax, plans were being made under the patronage of Edward, Duke of Kent, for a magnificent new St. George Church. See next panel. Construction of the round church began in 1800. So that gives you quite a history on the church. And as it grew, this was constructed and started in 1800 for this magnificent building here. And I saw some pictures inside on one of these. There's what it looked like when it was first built. Now it looks much more modern and nice, but that's inside the different layers. And this is kind of like inside. Don't give you a big look, but inside. Now there's the watercolor of St. George Round Church in 1814. It started construction in 1800, 1814. There it is. It looks much different today because it got a lot of add-ons and things connected to it. Look, it starts right here and it goes all the way up to the next street. All these buildings are connected to it. So there you go, a little bit of history about the Round Church. 200 years of worship and outreach. St. George's in the community right here, the north end of Halifax. There is the Queen Elizabeth ship docked in Halifax with soldiers in 1945 when the war was on. The Queen Elizabeth right there. One of the early Queen Elizabeth ships. Okay, so let's go on down to Argyle Street and we're going to find the little German church where this church began from. It sprouted out from this one because it began as Germans and Lutherans, but then a lot of English people from England came and they went to this church as well, and it got too crowded, so this was built right here, just almost across the road from the little German church, which I'm going to show you shortly here. We're almost up to it. So I think it would be on this way. If not, I might be up too far, and it might be down that way, but I don't think so. I think it's on this street right here. This is Brunswick. I was on the wrong street the first time. So I just thought of that when I was walking by here, the round church. I wanted to show it to you. Started construction in 1800. Wow. There's another view from it down here, and you can see the top is still as it was back then, but much has been added to it, of course. All right, the little church I think is farther up, but we can walk up there. It's not that I'm in a great rush, so we'll walk up, not because it's kind of connected to that church. The round church is an offspring of the little German church up here. So we have to go see it to make the connection between the two. The little one was, I think they said 1749. And the big church down there was 1750 something. I'm not sure. I get my dates mixed up. I don't remember it that good. Hey, I'm almost 71. I don't have the same memory I had when I was 20. So I'll use that as an excuse, okay? Yeah, the church is up here. I gotta show it to you because it ties in with that church. So that's how Halifax got started. 2,000 settlers came from England, and then 3,000 came from Germany and Holland. Or they were Dutch. They may have all come from Germany. I'm not sure what exactly, but they were Dutch and German anyway. And 2,000 English. So they had 5,000 people in Halifax right out of the gate. Before they thought about it, like it didn't grow gradually over time. It did, but they started off with 5,000 people. 2,000 in one chat and 3,000 in the next one. So I have to show you this church up here because they're very much connected to one another. Everybody's out now doing gardening and things like that and trying to get their properties looking good. Now's the time to do it. Because the grass is growing and the leaves are coming out. Not everything got their leaves yet, but a lot of the trees do now. But some of them are still a little slow. Like this one has got leaves, but just barely. And this one here has got doing a little better. It's got leaves, sort of. Okay, this little building right over here is a little Dutch church. We're gonna walk across and have a good look at that. That's a historic site as well. I think it's we'll see what it is. I'm not going to make a guess until I see it. I know I've walked past it before. Mary Warrington Park. That's what this is up in here. Mary Warrington Park. To all users. Same hours, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's when you're supposed to get out of the parks at 10 p.m. That's the rule in Halifax. You can't go there at night. Okay, let's cross on the crosswalk. It'd be a good law-abiding citizen here. Walk across the crosswalk. These apartment buildings right here are called Harborview. Harborview Apartments. Quite a few apartments right there in those 3 buildings. All right, now let's see what we can find out about the little church. Heritage, province, heritage property, Nova Scotia. The little Dutch church. Just as I promised, here we are. Okay, right here, the little Dutch church. Anglican, Book of Common Prayer, June to September. Oh, you can actually go in here from weekday, mornings and evening prayer, Sundays and evening prayer, feast days announced. Wow, that's pretty good. You could actually go in here. Little Dutch Church, Sunday, September, weekdays, mornings and evening prayer, Sundays evening prayer, feast days announced, All Souls Carol, Requiem, Easter Monday, Holy Communion, the Reverend Nicholas Hat Rector. Wow, this place is still functional. Imagine, eh? Private graveyard, no camping. This would have been the historic graveyard right here they were talking about. This would have been it when they made mention of that down at the other church, the historic graveyard. This would be it right here. There's so much history in Halifax. Everybody that's never been here has no idea the history that's in this place. And I'm just scratching the surface, but I'm going to try to learn more because it really comes in handy making these videos if I can give you some history on things. Okay, well, we've pretty much covered that. Now I'll just walk down Brunswick Street to downtown, I guess. I gotta wind up on Spring Garden Road. I got an appointment with as I told most of you, my viewers, I was in on Friday and had a cataract removed. And after you do that, your vision's a little blurry for a couple of days until I'm pretty good now. Anyway, I gotta go see this eye doctor to evaluate my vision. I guess it's to decide whether or not I can drive. If I can't drive right now, I'll get there, but my wife can drive and I'm not going to be stuck. I prefer walking anyway when I come over the city. I don't need a car over here. I do mine mostly walking, so. Well, I'll take it as whatever he says. If he says I can't drive till the next evaluation, then fine. I won't be driving till then. But if I can, then I can tell you one thing. I can see better now than I could. I was driving before with a real thick cataract on one eye and a halfway there one on the other eye. And that probably wasn't good. But I can see way better now than I could then. Now I still have one on my left eye. I gotta go back. I gotta find out if I got an appointment made. Or I gotta go back through the whole thing again, and it'd be nice if I could get it before it's too thick. They're harder to get off when they're big and thick. They get it out, but my doctor was a little concerned that the retina might detach getting it out. But no, it all went well. And I don't have a detached retina. It all went well, and it's good. So, but that is a possibility when the cataracts are real thick. So it'd be nice to get it out while it's not too bad. Right now I can still see fairly good with it. But my right eye, it's like crystal clear now. I haven't seen like this in years. A long time since I've seen things like this in my right eye. Now I got a feeling I'm still going to need to get some type of glasses because I noticed for reading, it's okay, I can read stuff, but I do have a pair of glasses with a reading lens. I put them on, I can read better, but of course they're not the right prescription now because my eyes have changed somewhat since I got them, and I could have had these cataracts started 4 or 5 years ago. It takes a long time. They're slow. You don't notice it from day to day. But over a year, look back, you can notice how it's changed. So there's the round church again. You can see it from a distance now. It looks almost like the picture, except it's got the ends built on it. It was just a round building. That's been there since 1800. They started building that. When that church up there that we looked at got too full, so many people came and they were going to that little church. It wouldn't hold them any longer. So they came down here and built this big church here. And that's St. Patrick's Catholic Church, and I'm sure it's pretty old too. It's also a historic property, same thing. Historic property. We might as well take a look at this one right here too. St. Patrick's Church was built in 1883. And the services started in, well, wait now. Oh yeah, the second church. This is the second church built, 1883 to 1885. But there was a church before that started in 1830s. So okay, I'm getting a bit of wind right here. I hope you can hear me all right. We're getting a bit of history today here on Brunswick Street. There's lots of history on this one street. Brunswick Street is an old street in downtown Halifax on the north side. You're very much in the north end of the city up here. And one of the oldest parts of the city, as well as the south end. The south end is where the original 2,000 settlers came. It was down in the south end, in that Schmidtville area that is featured in one or two of my videos. I touched on it in one, and then I showed it in more in depth on another one. Schmidtville area. It's in the south end, just a block beyond Spring Garden Road. Yeah, and there's a historic sign down there talking about Schmidtville. So this gives you a little bit of history on how Halifax started and how it's grown over the years since 1800 and 1749, when there's churches here that dated to 1749. That's the first churches that I've seen in Halifax was 1749, and there's at least three of them right down the area where I'm going, Spring Garden Road, down that area. So I got to see my doctor today. They're not my doctor. The doctor is just going to evaluate my eyes. We'll find out if I'm going to be driving or not. I don't know if they're going to, if I can't drive, they're going to pull my license, or they're just going to tell me not to drive. I'll do what I'm told. I won't drive if they tell me not to. Because that'd be kind of a pain to have to go back and get my license reinstated. It'll cost me money. So that means I won't be able to drive until I get the other cataract off. And then probably have to take an eye test and get new glasses. That'd be a pain. So hopefully all goes well and I can keep my license. I have never lost my driver's license since I started driving. I started driving when I was just young, and I've got a few tickets over the years, but I've never lost my license. And I never was a person to drink and drive, so I never had to worry about that. And I've got stopped and got tickets a few times, but not many people haven't. But I've never lost my license. So this would be the first. If I lose my license, this would be the first. But I won't count anything out until I get through this today. See how it goes. I used to drive my son to work. Right now he's taking Uber in the morning, then he's waiting around for my wife to pick him up after work. So he'll have to take Uber one way, and she picks him up after work. So I guess they can manage if I can't do it. But it'll be a lot better for them if I can do it. Might get a little noisy here with these cement trucks. Here we are coming into downtown Halifax from Brunswick Street. I had to stop talking back there because it was too noisy. This is all new stuff here. How's it look coming into Halifax now on Brunswick Street? Looks different, don't it? Much different. And this is all finished and built up here. There's a hotel going in here, plus condos, maybe some stores and stuff too. Yeah, this is a big addition to the street down here. It's not done yet. It's still going up. We're still get the cranes up there yet. Pouring cement. And now I'm getting wind again. I put my hand right over my microphone to kind of block out that wind. It just depends on where you are. Some places there's no wind, and some places there's a lot of wind. Right now I'm getting a lot of wind. Well, we'll be getting away from these trucks soon here. Okay, I got a green light. I'm going to keep going. Hopefully when I get over here, I'm going to get at the wind, because I'll have buildings on both sides of me. It might make a difference. Might not. If it feels like the wind's coming right from the direction I'm going, which I may not get any relief from the wind up here. Yeah, just as I thought, the wind is blowing at my face, so I'm probably not going to get any relief from the wind. At least till I get up here a little bit more. I can take another street. So there we are. There's the new addition to the corner here. Right next door to Staples. Staples is just up the hill right there. Staples right there. And there's another construction site going on right across the street from Staples. You can see the crane there. All right, so there we are. Let's continue on. I'm keeping my hand over my microphone because I'm trying to block out that wind, okay? That's the problem with Halifax. The wind blows a lot. We get a lot of wind here because we're right beside the ocean. It generates a lot of wind currents. So we get lots of wind here. Although some days it's really calm and nice. Yesterday it was very calm. I thought yesterday was a beautiful day out. Still a nice day today, although we do have a bit more wind. Right now I'm getting a little calm where we are. Not getting as much wind, so maybe you'll be all right. I've got to go down to Spring Garden, but we'll see which direction we want to take. If I go down on Barrington, I'll get out of the wind. So I just might walk down to Barrington and we'll walk across that way to Spring Garden. I think that's a good idea. see a lot of these Amazon vehicles around now because Halifax has an Amazon distribution center here. It opened up not too long ago. It wasn't here when we came here, but it is now. I know most people now have ordered something from Amazon. We get a fair bit. Lots of things from Amazon. I bought my winter boots for next year from Amazon. You can't buy them in the store in this time of year because they're all put away. And the boots I had weren't that good anymore, so I said to my wife, I said, too bad the stores put away everything. I wanted to buy my winter boots and have them for next year. And she goes, well, order them on Amazon that you get anytime there. So that's what I did. I ordered them on Amazon. And I think I got a good deal. Usually it's a little bit cheaper than what it would be in the store. Okay, I'm back to Duke Street and there's Citadel Hill, as you can see. And we're going to go down the hill and across Barrington to Spring Garden Road, at which point I'll end this video. I don't think you need to go in and see my eye doctor, so I'll end the video down on Spring Garden, okay? Which will make a nice long video, because we started this quite a while ago. I was up at the Halifax Common and we walked out Brunswick and then back in here. So yeah, this place is finally getting an overhaul. I gotta stop and show you this. This is the Scotiabank Centre, they call it now. Scotiabank Centre, where the Halifax Mooseheads play, and there's lots of other things that happen in here. And look at this, it's a sad looking sight. It looks really bad. And I was saying for about a year now, I wish they would do something with the end of this building because it looks horrible. It's an eyesore. And look now, they got some construction stuff going on up there and some over there. It looks like they're gonna do it. Maybe they watch my videos. I don't think that's it. I think they just realized that this was awful and they needed to fix it. So I'm happy that they are. I take pride in our city. I've only been here 4 years now, and I'm really proud to say I live in Halifax, and I take pride in the city. And I take pride in my street, and there's people on it that throw garbage around, and I try to pick it up and do the best I can, but I envy the people that's in these nice neighborhoods where everything is spotless and nobody would ever throw a crumb on the street. Like, they just so happy with their neighborhood. I like to live in one of those neighborhoods, but I gotta live within my budget. What my budget will afford, that's what I gotta do. My wife says we're gonna move next year, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe. It could. She's doing a lot better now with her job. I'm retired, so my income stays the same. But I'm just looking at something. Okay, all right. Couldn't see my microphone there. I thought it might have fell down. Okay. Yeah, so on her job, she's doing really good because she's an owner-operator now, and they make a considerable amount more money than drivers do. So she's able to do a lot of things that she couldn't do before. I gotta get across here while I can. There we go. Okay, well, I'm not on Barrington, but I'm on Argyle Street. That's good enough. Argyle's a nice street to walk down. We'll take Argyle. Goes the same direction. Argyle is one up from Bearings, and it's just parallel to Bearings. So let's go over here and see what everybody's looking at over here. I see people standing around. Maybe something they're looking at, maybe not. They're just talking. So this is the Grand Parade area. We could walk through there if you want. I've done it before. I've showed you this stuff a few times. But there's always new visitors to my channel that haven't seen my videos. Maybe this will be the first one they'll see. And they can see our beautiful downtown in the center of the city park, right in front of City Hall, which I'm going to turn around and show you in a minute here. These are memorials here. This first one is a memorial to fallen police, fire department, I think, and police, I believe. Emergency people who've died in the line of duty. Okay. Anyway, there's our City Hall. It ain't no Toronto City Hall, but it's still a nice City Hall. Well kept, well maintained, good looking building. We lived in Toronto for 15 years and kind of got used to that place, but this is our home now. Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm glad to say I live here. I don't have anything against Toronto. I like it. We're going up in a couple of weeks. It's almost time for us to go. We'll be flying up, spending a week up there, and coming back down. And I'm going to be making some videos while I'm up there. So for sure, you can count on seeing some videos from Ontario from me, which will be something different, because these videos are about Halifax, but I can sneak in a few Ontario ones. There's quite a construction job right there. They're trying to save the shell on that building and build up with inside of it. And it looks like a lot of it might be crumbling as they're trying to do that. I don't know. They got it braced on two sides. It's holding it, but how about the other sides? It might not have been able to salvage it. I don't know. So we're just going to look at it here and see. But that's what they do in Halifax. These are the professionals. They know what they're doing. And a lot of the older buildings, they build up right inside of the old part, so they can keep the historic part, but still put something new here. So that's what that is. They got it braced on that wall, and on the eastern wall, they got it braced. The other walls aren't braced. But the end result will be fine, I'm sure. And anyway, this little park we got right here is called the Grand Parade. I don't know why it's called the Grand Parade, but it's called the Grand Parade. So this is our nice little park right in the middle of Halifax, right downtown. So there's places to sit down here, and you can even pick up the Wi-Fi here a lot of the time. That guy down there was trying to flag the bus down, and the bus not going his direction. He must be new here. It must be new. Oh well. So this is our Grand Parade Park, and you can see us surrounded by buildings. So if the wind's blowing, you usually get some shelter in here from the wind, and you're down under the hill. The hill, there's Citadel Hill right up there behind us, and we're right down under that hill, and then we've got all these bank buildings and stuff beside us, so you can usually get some shelter from the wind if the wind's blowing. And it's a great place to spend some time. As I was saying, you can get the Wi-Fi here too, the city Wi-Fi. So if you got your phone or your tablet or something out there and you want to watch some videos, you want to do something on the internet, you can do that by picking up the Wi-Fi. And here, I'll tell you what a don't is. You see these things? Don't ever park here without paying. They watch this so close. They're back here about every 10 or 15 minutes. They're back here checking these cars again. So don't ever park here and not pay, or you're going to get a ticket. You won't get away with it very long. They patrol this because that's the money maker right here. A lot of people stop to duck in somewhere, and they'll be out in a couple of minutes, and the ticket guys will be right there. You go. There's one right there on that window. The ticket guys will be right on you if you don't get a ticket for you, if you don't pay your parking. And there's another unfortunate fellow got one. You don't ever park down here and not pay. That's the rule. If you're going to park here, pay the $2 or something like that for, I don't know, an hour maybe? So why risk it? Why risk the ticket, which is going to be about $50 for a couple of dollars? You know, it just don't make sense. No. Pay it. If you're going to come down here, the boxes are here. There's another box right down there. Depends on where you park too, how much it costs. So there's different rates depending on what part of the city you're in and all this kind of stuff. Some places are free parking on the street. As I showed in one of my videos there up there on Agricola. You can park on Agricola, which is a business street. And it's free, and there's different areas, there are different amounts you can park. So it depends again where you are on Agricola, how long you can park in one of those spots. Some of them are a half hour, some are an hour, some are 2 hours. I've parked there and done videos and get into the 2-hour parking spot, and I can go out and make a video, leave my car sitting right there and come back and it's still there, no ticket, because I'm where I can park, and you're allowed up there on Agricola. Well, the outdoor patios are pretty quiet right now. Looks like I'm inside the patio, but no, they're just out here on the sidewalk, so I'm allowed to walk through here. Won't be long and these things will be hopping, because once it warms up just a little bit. It's right today, it wouldn't be probably all that good, but there's one there. You can go in all year round because it's heated in there and it's closed in from the wind and the elements. Hope you're enjoying this video, because it was just a casual thing. What I'm putting in some time before I go see my eye doctor there and get the happy news or the bad news, whichever. I'm prepared for either one. Whatever he says, I have to abide by it, because there's no, what other choice do I have, right? You have to abide by what they say. And it would be foolish to go out driving after the doctor said I can't, because you wouldn't have a leg to stand on if you got in an accident. So it would just be ridiculous to even entertain such a thought. So I won't be doing that. If he says I can't, then I can't. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a busy patio right there. Lots of people sitting outside. They must be blocked from the wind, I think, where they are. It all depends on where you are, because it looks like that building is probably blocking the wind from them. Anyways, we'll continue on down Argyle to Spring Garden, or close to Spring Garden. Yeah, I think we can go all the way down there. I think. There's some things I still don't know after all this time of walking the streets down here, but it's true. There's a lot of things yet that I do know a lot about Halifax now. For someone that's been here 4 years, a lot of people have probably been here 24 years don't know as much as I know about the city because they live here, they work here, and they go to a church here, they buy the groceries here. You know that stuff, but you don't really get to know the city if that's all you do. So but I'm learning the city because I'm out walking around. It was taking me a while on some things. Yeah, I gotta take a little jig jog. I gotta go up Blower Street, then make a left. Nice here, and not a bit of wind right here, because those buildings are blocking the wind. The wind's coming from that direction, coming from the south, like a south wind blowing, which means it's coming in off the ocean. And I know I showed you this hundreds of times, but we're at the one and only world famous pizza corner. The only city I know that has a pizza corner. You have Johnny's, Donaire's, he probably sell pizzas too. Then you have Ragova's Pizza down there. And you've got Pizza Corner right here. Pizza Girls across the street. Pizza, pizza, pizza. So that's why it's called Pizza Corner. Pizza Corner it is. Okay, and we would be on none other than Grafton Street, I would say, because you got two streets down here, Argyle and Grafton. Argyle's east of Grafton, down the hill from Grafton. Argyle first, second Grafton. If I'm early today, I think I might just stop off at Starbucks. I know, you know me as a Tim Hortons guy. What's he doing at Starbucks all the time? Well, I decided to broaden my horizons just a little bit. Go in there and hang out with the young people in Starbucks. I think I'm the oldest guy in Starbucks anytime I'm in there. They're like teenagers, 20, 30. They're all university students that goes in Starbucks on Spring Garden. There was other Starbucks that used to be here, but they've closed them down. And this one is taking up the slack from everything, I guess, because it's super busy in there. But I like it. It's a nice little spot. It's right in the heart of Spring Garden Road. It's a good little place, and the Wi-Fi in there is perfect. You don't have to worry about it fading out, fading in, all this stuff. The Wi-Fi is perfect in there. So anybody got a laptop or a tablet or your phone or whatever, and you want to go in and do something like that, you just got to buy a coffee and you can spend a couple hours in there on the Wi-Fi. I have lots of data on my phone. I got lots. I think I got 8 gigabytes or something like that. My son's got 16 on his phone. Look at the leaves. They're beautiful. 8 is more than I need though, because I use a lot of mine listening to YouTube music. I don't really watch the videos as much now as I do listening to music. I use up a lot of my data on music because a lot of places don't have good Wi-Fi. The Starbucks, it goes automatic. I got it on my phone automatic. When I go into Starbucks, it switches over to Wi-Fi, and I can use all I want in there. And it don't take anything off my phone. Tim Hortons, on the other hand, their Wi-Fi is always a little bit shaky, and you never know what's going to work or not or what. So I don't even bother with trying to go on. If it goes on, fine. If it don't, I don't worry about it. I just use my data. Oh, it's windy up here. Windy on Spring Garden Road. Hopefully we'll get some relief up here somewhere. A little bit of right here. So here we are on Spring Garden Road last summer. This was all under construction. As you can see now, it's almost pretty much finished. There's a few spots they got to plant the flowers and things like that yet, but for the most part, it's finished. And look how wide the sidewalk is. It goes all the way out here to the sidewalk, which would take you about 5 feet to here and another 5 to here. It's about 15 feet wide from both sides. That's a wide sidewalk. I don't think Toronto will get any sidewalks that wide. We might be able to boast the widest sidewalks in Canada. I don't know if we can or not, but we're close to it. So I'll go walk up towards Starbucks and I'll end my video there. How's that? I think I probably got close to an hour on here now. So that gives me a bit of a break now. I've already got Fridays is Wednesdays and Fridays is already made. So this one will be Monday, which gets me right through now till I don't have to go out and make a video till at least Monday or Tuesday next week. It gives me some time to. There's a cruise ship coming in. I think tomorrow. If it's a half decent day, I might take my guitar and my little battery amplifier and go down there and see if I can make some money. Coffee money, that is. That's all when I make money busking, that's just coffee money. I just keep it and go around drinking coffee. And it's like free money, right? So, oh, now I'm out of the wind again. Thankful for that. Let's take a look at this building. It was like a year and a half ago at least that this building got started. Finally, though, it's going up. And it's right next to the library, that way. And the other boundary is Bank of Montreal. Just down the street, not too far of Starbucks. It's in the heart of it. Right to the heart of it. Oh, I better not sing that. That's breaking copyright rules. I'm not allowed to sing New York, New York. Sorry, Frank. You can do 15 seconds, so I always said right to the heart of it, and I caught myself. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to break the rules. I got flagged for doing Bob Marley with the guy on the street here about, somebody's horn going off up there. Toot, toot, toot. You see where Starbucks is? It's right on that next corner. Tim Hortons is here, but I'm going to walk right past Tim Hortons and I'm going to go to that Starbucks over there. Oh, sorry, Tim's, but that's how it is. Starbucks it is today. I'll end my video on this side of the sidewalk. Maybe I'll even sit down on one of these benches here and sign up if I can find a spot. I don't want to intrude in anybody's territory here, so maybe I'll just sit right down right here. Just maybe right over here at the end. That's where I'll sit right here. Okay, there we'll sit right here. And there's Starbucks across the intersection. That's where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna end my video right here. If you enjoyed this video, just hit that little thumbs up. That's the like. Just push that. That'd be great. You don't have to. Just don't feel obligated to give me a like. If you didn't like it, don't have to do that. But if you want to, And there's also a subscribe thing. If you push that subscribe, that will help me a lot too. Okay, we're working our way up. We're getting there. Every week I gain a few more subscribers, and we're getting there. It's not instant. It takes a while. I've been doing this now for this July. It will be. I think it's going to be 3 years, two or 3 years, 3 years maybe that I've been making videos now in Halifax. Yeah, I think this will be my 3rd year. The first year I was here, I didn't make videos, but then the next year. So I started right after my birthday in July. July 26th, that's my birthday. You want to know how old I am? July 26, 1951. There you go. Now the whole thing is out. Everybody knows how old I am. Oh, that's awful. Age is nothing to be ashamed of, because everybody's going to get there, and you get a little forgetful and stuff, but you've learned a lot in life. You've learned how to be nice to people and not to put people down. So I can be proud of my age, because I've learned how to treat people with respect, treat them nice, talk to people. If anybody stops and wants to talk, I take the time to talk to them. So I hope I passed along something of my good side, and maybe you'll copy that. All right, so anyway, on that note, you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and the sun's shining, and hope everything is great where you are. Until next time, take care, be safe. We'll see you all then. Bye for now.